and I am here to do your April reading. And you are the third one to have the most views, so now I'm doing your reading on the third. But it's not on the third, as the third, sorry. And it's been a little bit shaken up because I needed to combine some March and April readings. And so it's not like you're, last in line, really. But anyway, everything comes into... I was born with these gifts, and I use them mainly to read for others. So in this case, I will do your reading as a tarot spread with some oracle cards. I'm also highly intuitive. I'm an artist. I'm a healing artist. And yeah, for you guys that like information, why brag about my just finished my degree and did a master's in digital art science, so somewhat of a scientist too, but more in the what do you call it, anthropological studies or art studies. Yeah, anyway, the way that we're going to do this reading is that we're going to put it up like 4 different sections. So we're going to do mind body complex, which I've done with you before. So everybody that is returning, I'm really happy to have you here. Thank you for returning, Gemini. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your abundance and just you being you. Yeah. And thank you for all the likes and the comments and the subscriptions. Thank you. I'm really happy about that. Okay, so I've done the mind-body complex before, but I'm going to incorporate the 4th dimension in that, which is the heart. And it needs to be there. I just feel like it needs to be there. I don't know why. In April, I just need that 4 corners of the world, this kind of like earthy structure with the heart lifting it all up. It just seems like that's what we need now that Saturn is moving into a very, very, very psychic and open and intuitive and flowy sign like Pisces. And Pluto, like these are 2 different planets that are very, very, tumultuous or, karmic even. Like they change a lot in our lives. And depending on what's informed as you are, but they are informed by other things such as data. You are informed by social relations, I feel. And then also Mars entering into Cancer, which is your 2nd house, my loves. And Mars is also a very, strong planet. And it's been retrograde in your sign for a while. If you are Gemini rising. But listen, you can watch this if you're Gemini rising, Gemini moon, Gemini sun, and Gemini Venus. So please watch it as you see fit. So there's this really, fiery masculine energy entering into this really watery feminine space, which literally is the root of alchemization. And these are all kind of different, exciting ways to alchemize something. I feel like we should take that into account. So I'm going to write down alchemy. And also maybe that science-y thing, the science that I mentioned. Because everything that I mentioned is not really about me or something else. It's just like analogies for what is applicable for your situation or what I pick up on. But I also got, right before I was starting to do this reading, my beautiful Geminis, I heard the setup, because I was setting up stuff, right? Doing the setup. But then I realized the setup means it's almost like something was created to become, to happen. Either, in April, you will find yourself in a situation where you're being actually set up, like as in tricked, as in the 7 of Swords kind of energy. Or you could be like set up on a blind date, or you could be set up to meet somebody. Or like, it doesn't have to be negative. It can also be like setting up, like you find yourself in a situation with a setup for you to receive some kind of new connection or new information or just another level of your internal alchemy. But I feel also too, some of you feel a little bit fooled, or like as if you were being, I'm hearing snarked. I don't even know what that means. Set up, snarked. So I'm gonna actually, because sometimes, you know, English is not my native language. So sometimes I hear words in English that I just don't know what they mean. Snarky. Snark, that when somebody's like cocky or just like, you know, blowing things off. Perhaps. Just like you feel like it's like you end up suddenly in a situation where you're like, I don't know how I got here. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what just happened. This feels like somebody planned this. It's not coincidental. It's like you feel that. It's like, this is not coincidental. Somebody planned it. And yeah, it can be, you know, God, your team, universe, whatever you have that has planned it on a higher level, right? Like it's destiny or destined. So that could be it too. But it could also literally be just like people in your surroundings, like that has things created in a situation that looks as if it's like, you know, a coincidence, but then you find yourself just having this inner knowing. You're like, this is artificial. This is not created, you know, organically. This is off. This is a setup. So I want you to like use your almost like detective, nosy kind of energy. And that's also what scientists does. And that's what alchemists does. Like they use that intuitive, nosy, like trying to find out what is beneath all the layers, trying to find out the answer, right? I want you to use that energy. Let me write that down. Intuitive, but also like not nosy as in like, oh, I gotta find out what's underneath all this, but like nosy as in like curious, like, or having a gut feeling that you're following, you know? And I want you to listen to that. If some, you usually do, right, Gemini? But if something is off and you cannot analyze it, still want you to be guided by that inner intuitive light. That's what I'm hearing. All right, let's get started. Yeah, let's get it started. We're gonna use the Tattoo Tarot, and so we're gonna use the mind, body, spirit, and heart complex for you guys, my lovely, lovely, lovely Geminis. So I'm a Gemini moon. I'm really happy to have you here. Emotionally, that means that I work the way that Geminis usually are. People tell us that we're like off and on. People tell us that we're you know, like two-faced, or even that we're not even in touch with our emotions. Well, they wouldn't know, would they? They wouldn't know. Like choosing to be happy is the opposite of being out of touch with your emotions. Choosing to be love, choosing to be in harmony is the opposite of being out of touch with your emotions. You can still be in touch with your emotions and choose to be happy. You don't have to, like, even though you feel negative feelings, it doesn't mean that you have to sit around and sulk in it, right? Just let it pass through you. That's kind of Gemini, or even a little bit Cancerian energy, but Gemini, let it pass through you. I'm seeing the Five of Wands. Five of Wands indicates there is some kind of fight. I see the strength. There is a power struggle or a power show, or you have to prove yourself to some degree. We got the Moon card, so that's also like Mars and Cancer. But it could also talk about, you know, like having the power to withstand the, again, listen to your intuition, but also having the power to withstand when something is unknown, something is hidden, and you feel it. Stand by your gut feeling. Stand by your inner knowing, saying like, there is something hidden here and there is some muddy waters here. And I definitely know that I need to go into the guts of the beast and see what it is, or just like stay away from it, you know? I'm seeing also King of Pentacles together with the Ten of Pentacles, which indicates, you know, that you have monetary success, a lot of monetary success, or you're connected to somebody that is an earth sign, could be Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, that is helping you to build that legacy that you are. Also, you know, I'm getting the setup thing could also indicate that you're, for example, that you're creating a scenery for a movie, for a magazine, for something that's being photographed, something that's being photographed. I'm getting, you know, stage setup, like something, like things moving into order. And it's funny because like the Virgo reading was a little bit about things moving out of order, but they're being fine with it. So maybe you're connected with a Virgo and maybe that's like the good flow of it. You know, I feel like they could help you out a lot, or you can help each other out actually. Okay, I'm getting a movie, The Inception with DiCaprio. Okay, and I'm getting drawn to the scene where they're taking heavy doses of opium to go back into like dream state in order to like they're, I don't know if they're taking it, but the people that are sitting in dream space all the time, they're taking opium to like go back into dream space. And it's funny because Virgo also had that about dream space. So I want you to at least watch that snippet of that movie. It's a pretty dark movie though, I must say, but it's a cool movie. And it talks about, you know, mind-bending things. But remember, the Inception is a form of a setup as well, right? Where they're like tricking somebody to believe that they actually want something. Well, they're changing their belief system so that they convince this person by literally being somebody in their mind, like whispering things, like trying to get their way. It's interesting because, what was it? Capricorn had this about manipulation and manifestation. And I feel like this is, you know, if somebody's trying to manipulate the situation, that could also be a setup. If somebody trying to manifest, you know, the best outcome, things will be set up, but there won't be, you know, manipulation involved. Oof. Okay. Why the opium? Okay, so I'm getting drawn to the poppy. And whenever the poppy, okay, so this is the thing too. The poppy needs to be free. I love the poppy. The poppy is my favorite flower, or one of my favorite flowers. Poppy, she needs to be free. She needs to grow in fields, and she doesn't need to grow like together with other poppies, but of course she does, you know, especially when they're sown. But they grow in like meadows, and when we pick poppies, they actually die. They can't be replanted, they can't be in vases or water, they actually die. So you can't, like, if you want to, it's like this wild beautiful horse that you can't capture, because, you know, then it's just going to lose all its glory and all its life force and all its energy. So you have to let it be free, and there's something in that for you too. It's almost like you have to be free. It's like you need to be free, and you need things to be set up for you in order for you to feel free and not captivated. Or it could be like somebody else needs to be free, you know. But I'm seeing you as the poppy and being connected to that, like free and liberated from this. Also, I'm hearing like, you know, heavy sadness, like people just not seeing the beauty of things, people like not appreciating things. Or it could be you know. Also watch out for toxic positivity. I don't feel like you are there, but watch out for it, because toxic positivity talks about, you know, always thinking positive, thinking that everything is good, thinking that everything always works out, and is good. It's true, things always work out, right? And it's good to be positive, but things aren't always great. But we can always choose to be in joy and in gratitude either way. Even if things suck, like today, for me, for example, today, some things suck. And I've been very sad, but still it's like, well, I'm so grateful. I'm going to choose to make the best out of this day. I'm not going to like allow these sucky energies to suck the gut out of me, and just allow things to flow through me however they want and not trying to control the outcome. Just stay a little bit in the back and receive the best of the best, even though there is very difficult moments in life. Yeah. Enough of the preaching. Let's start. Mind is the mental hemisphere for my, look at that. Mind for my Geminis popping up is the Five of Pentacles, and before we had the Five of Wands. So the mental aspect of you guys feeling that you are in lack, feeling that something is either you're being pushed out of a situation, or actually your divine team is pushing you out of a situation, and you're not allowed to enter back in because there is some kind of toxicity. Either in you or in whatever you're being pushed out of. But I'm also hearing 5 is a crowd, which is not a normal way to say it. Usually say 3 is a crowd, but 5 is a crowd. So I don't know what that means. Maybe you're like a group and the 4 is stable, but the 5 is a crowd. Or it could be that you're actually, neglecting parts of you, or neglecting someone or something, like not allowing it back in. Because of this energy, kind of lack mentality, feeling like you never have enough, things are never enough. It's victim mentality as well, feeling like you are being left out in the cold, feeling like you are being sold out as a slave, or whatever you want to have it, sold out as something really heavy. Yeah. Could also, of course, talk about money, but I feel like this talks more about self-worth, Gemini. Self-worth. So what's happening with you? Let's see. We're going to go a little bit deeper into this and get some explanations on it, actually. Yeah. I'm also getting drawn to these symbols. They're almost like runes. So maybe this goes back several lifetimes or several generations, or to some kind of ancient astrology. Could be that there is a deep transformation happening in your mind, and whatever isn't enough just can't stay. That could be it too. Let's see what's happening in the physical realm body for my beautiful Geminis. Popping up, 8 of Cups. So you're not the only one that has gotten this card in April. A lot of different signs on 8 of Cups. And it talks about emotional attachment. And I would say also it talks about emotional maturation. Like being mature enough to take a step away from whatever is haunting or dragging you down. And moving into a journey of the unknown. But knowing that it is always worth it and that you will come out even richer. It also talks about Persephone. Persephone, is that how you say it? Her name? When she moves into the underworld, and she literally has to take off everything that she owns, take off her crown, take off her entire identity, take off her bodysuit, like her skin. She hangs it up on a nail until she gets life back again and becomes reborn, and she can move through the underworld into the living world again. That's the hero's journey, or the heroess's journey, the heroine's journey. And this is kind of what it talks about. But look at that. We have 2 cups here. I'm hearing 2 peas in a pie. What? Is that even a word? 2 peas in a pie? 2 pots? 2 peas in a pod? that's the saying. Together creating the infinity spiral, like the 2 of Cups, because we have the 2 of Cups here. So what you want to do is move away from the 8 of Cups into the 2 of Cups in your physical space. So also centering more. I'm getting also drawn again to the Capricorn reading, which says 2 become 1. So it's like this becoming, like 2 becoming 1, which is also your energy. You are 2 in 1. Yeah. It's like 2 things needs to separate in order to stabilize and then become 1 again, become whole again. What's happening? Oh my gosh, we got the World card, which means that this is a huge change, and some things are ending and some things are beginning, and there's a time for a new era. I'm hearing a new era. So I'm going to put this here with the 8 of Cups. I feel like this is also very much Jupiterian energy, and that like it is a fortune. It's fortunate. You're being watched by, I'm hearing the Holy Spirit actually, but you're being watched by your higher self or God or whatever you want to say. Also getting drawn to, there could be a lot of back pain or hip pain due to this transformation. A lot of emotional baggage is usually stored within the hips, within the joints, and within like the deeper parts of our connections in our body. So what you could do is to do some stretching, do some yoga, do some massage, and this will also release even better. Yeah. Let's see what's happening in the spiritual realm for my beautiful Geminis. We got the 5 of Cups with the 4 of Swords. Oh my gosh, you guys, what is this reading about? 5 of Cups with the 4 of Swords. So, no wonder I was feeling so sad right before tapping into your energy. And I was like, is this Cancerian energy? But then I looked and I was like, no, it's Gemini energy. So I don't know what's happening. Maybe this is not for everybody. Maybe this is not for all of my Geminis. Maybe just for some. So if this doesn't resonate, please watch your rising sign, your moon sign, your Venus sign, however you want to apply to it. But it looks like you're going through it in April, my love. Sure, you can ask a question. We got somebody watching here. All right, so the 5 of Swords and the 4 of Swords and the 5 of Cups indicates that Spirit wants you to rest and grieve and process whatever it is that you're leaving behind. It could be just heavy baggage that you're leaving behind. Let it out. Let it out of the system, I'm hearing. Let it out also of the gut and of the nose, because we got nosy and then we got the gut feeling energy, right? But it could also be like mental due to the Inception. We got to find out what snarky means, right? So yeah, this is what is really guided for you to do in April, to release, and to also allow yourself to ease back into some form of state of being where there is no tension and no conflict and no war going on and no like having to discern all the time. Maybe you're just tired of having to discern all the time, like who stays, who goes, who is true, who is not, because you have this perception, almost like Inception. You're able to see like who is trying to manipulate you, who is trying to manipulate who is trying to push that around, push that around, push that around. You're like, no, like I don't want to always be on the tip of my toes trying to figure out what's going on, because that causes a lot of stress to our system. So it's like you're mentally letting go of things, you're physically letting go of things, you're spiritually letting go of things. There's a lot of 5, there's a lot of change, my loves, but there is also stability with the 8 and the 4, okay? All right, well, Nathan, I think you should order a private reading or just watch the Virgo reading that I already have up, okay? If you feel like that is the right thing for you to do, you should do so. Okay, thank you. I don't take private questions here. This is a general read and a general read only. If you want private questions, answered or private readings, you can book that through the description box. I have links to where you can book it. All right, wonderful. All right, Ace of Swords together with the 7 of Swords. We have that in the heart space, which is you're getting somewhat of an epiphany, clarity, insight in regards to, I would say, a setup or something that like has been fooling you or you've been fooling yourself. But there is all right, this is just somebody that is bothering the F out of everybody. So whoever is commenting, please do not comment. I will put away the comments. This is exactly what creates issues for everybody else that's watching. So please move into your own space and be in honor of people who watching this and of me and of yourself. And if you want to watch whatever video that is appropriate for your sign, please do so. But again, do not ask private questions or write comments that is inappropriate. Thank you. All right, we have here for the heart space, just like I did right now, setting healthy boundaries, setting up a proper situation that is actually beneficial for you. Yeah. All right, sorry, we have somebody here commenting that, okay, like that, beautiful. All right, so I feel drawn to you needing to set up a space that is more truthful, more honest, It's like you're moving from deception or moving from something being deceptive into clarity, which is really beautiful. That is always, always the best movement. Yeah. We have the Judgment card too, which indicates that there might be some form of, you know, I would say, what do you call it? When there is like, we have the Strength card again. You could be dealing with Leo. We have the Fool card, which is very much Pisces or your card. There's a new beginning or there's a new endeavor. What was it saying? Yeah, Judgment card. So you could be dealing with some kind of ultimatum too, either with yourself or with somebody else. We have the Ace of Wands, so that's new energy, new fertile energy coming in for you. This is what we're going to do now. We're going to go a little bit deeper into these cards and just find out what is the meaning of it all. We have the Queen of Cups, which is the Cancerian energy, and I've talked to you about Cancer energy. I feel like Mars and Cancer is going to change a lot for a lot of people. It usually does. It's usually this weird combo where people are, you know, feeling their emotions extra much, but the emotion that is much more felt is the anger, but yet the anger is feeling like it's inappropriate, so it's like being shut down. We cannot shut down our anger. Luckily, we have Mars entering into Leo eventually, which is gonna have this outburst of energy, and then we have Leo here, but we need to know how to tame the beast within ourselves, yeah? We have the Five of Swords twice and the Judgment twice as well. Long enough. Let's see. Five of Pentacles. What is that about, my beautiful, beautiful Geminis? Let's see. Five of Pentacles, please. So we have the Page of Swords. Ooh, together with the Three of Swords. Ooh, somebody's feeling backstabbed. Or there doesn't have to be backstabbed, but hey, with the Five of Pentacles, you guys, it's not a cheery situation. There is a message coming in, either from you or from somebody else to you. It could be somebody that's a fellow air energy. It doesn't have to be though. In regards to some kind of hurt, some feelings are hurt. The thing is though with the Three of Swords, and I feel like I always have to say this because it is important, and together with the Five of Pentacles actually, it's all in your belief. It's a belief system. It's not really the truth. Just like the Eight of Swords, you know? Feeling like you're stuck when you're really not. Feeling like you're really hurt, but the hurt is, you know, the hurt is more about thinking or like being disappointed or being let down, or something didn't turn out the way that you were expecting. So this is more the Seven of Swords too. And also, you know, the Five of Pentacles is also this belief that, because in the traditional tarot way, there are two people outside limping outside of a church, and they feel like they have nothing, and they feel like they are like locked out in the cold. But the thing is that the light is on and the heat is on inside the building, inside the church, and God's temple is always open. So they can choose to enter that realm if they want to. I feel like it's a choice, and it's an easy decision. It's a choice that needs to be taken, and you can only control your choices, yeah? Let's get one more card actually. We got the Knight of Wands, so this choice or this decision or whatever this is, it could be related to, like I said, a Leo, or somebody that's a fire sign. But it could also just be like something happening swiftly, this causing a lot of change. So whatever it is in your mental space is actually causing this entire chain of events. So I want you to be really mindful of who's in your mind and who is messing with your mind, or what is messing with your mind. What kind of beliefs are messing with your mind? Or what are you, what do you call it, Inception? And then it's, what do you call it when you take it out of somebody? What you remove, let's just say that, yeah? Yeah. What's the Eight of Cups about, please? Eight of Cups. We got the Five of Pentacles twice, and then we have the Hierophant. So it could definitely be related to an institution, this feeling or neglect or feeling of abandonment or being left out in the cold. Could also be definitely related to some kind of marriage or commitment, feeling like you are, you know, what would I say? Like, in order for things to become stable, it looks to me like you first need to detach. You need to detach from the feeling of being left out in the cold or leaving something out in the cold. And you need to also detach from the feeling of, you know, always having a commitment forever and ever and ever, things being very rigid. It's a very like Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. So again, some kind of earth energy here. You could be dealing with an earth sign, like I said. Let's see what the world card is about. What is the world card about, please? Whoops. Okay, it is the swift change coming in very quickly. It could be communication, could be texting, could be writing contracts or several contracts, could be also like being online, social media, Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, what have you, you know? Just a lot of messaging back and forth with in regards to could be change, but also travels. Could actually mean that you're traveling. And maybe, you know, you have to travel or you have to move because you have been in a situation that has been very difficult for you financially and also mentally. So you need to commit to something different, something higher, with a higher meaning. You have some kind of new faith that will bring you this determination to move into a new era of you very quickly. And I would say that if you're not traveling, it looks to me like you're talking with somebody that is not from, I'm hearing not from this world, so you're communicating with aliens, but talking with someone who is not from whatever country you're from, like somebody that's foreign to you, or somebody that is foreign or lives in a foreign country. Yeah. What is the Five of Cups about? All right. See, then we got the Devil, so you could definitely be dealing with the Capricorn. We have the Capricorn here coming in very strongly. But either way, you know, it talks about some kind of again manipulation. This is in your spiritual realm. Some kind of toxic energy, something that held you back, something that withdrew energy from you without permission, something that took from you without consent. And it looks to me like the moment you move into your own choice of emotionally detaching and letting go, you're shedding this energy too. This is what you need to shed in order to be like in rest and in peace, I'm hearing. And I'm seeing a lot of crying too. Or there could be a Capricorn in your life crying, you know, could be that too. I'm hearing, you know, okay, I'm getting a lot in the throat here. I'm hearing Beelzebub and what is that song? Bohemian Rhapsody, actually. Beelzebub has the devil put aside for me, for me, for me. Okay, I want you to read the lyrics of that song. I'm going to write it down and I want you to see how it fits you. Yeah. But remember, the devil is actually the opposite to your card, which is the Lover's card. And the Lover's card talks about having the freedom of choice, you know, having the freedom and the capacity to choose from your heart and never being like, never being restricted by what your mind believes you have to do, or like, I would say not applicable, not true beliefs, but having your heart being like liberated and true and free and connected with God eternally. But this, however, is the opposite and the counterpart of it, and is the other side of the coin, I'm hearing. And we need to incorporate both halves. And you know that, my beautiful Gemini, because you are the two different twins, that this is also just an illusion. I'm hearing also the song, it's just an illusion. So I'm going to write that down. But look here, they're not really stuck. They believe they're stuck because they think they're stuck because somebody told them that they're stuck. It looks like they're stuck, but they're not really stuck. They're always free to choose, and to choose liberty and to choose love. And I think that once you release whatever energy has put a drain on you, you will release this energy and you release yourself from it. I'm hearing you release yourself from it. Just an illusion. Is that Eurythmics? Somebody here in that knows. All right, so the Four of Swords, let's check it out. What is it about, please? Four of Swords talks about the Queen of Wands. So yeah, you need that rest in order for you, like your spirits want you to release and to rest and to sleep, my beautiful babies, sleep, in order for you to regain energy and regain power and regain that feminine sassiness that you have. because you do have both masculine and feminine energies within your energy, Gemini. So I need you to rest. And again, you could be dealing with a Leo. Maybe that Leo also needs to rest, or they could be actually sheltering you, giving you protection, giving you the energy that you need, something connected to a Leo, Leo's house, a Leo's family, or they're in your family, something that is that Leo energy that gives you that nurturing that you really just need, and to just sleep and rest, and also just be, cheery, it's like that sunshine kind of energy, which, I know that you like, because we just don't want to dwell in this energy too much, yeah? Like when we're done with it, we're done. So when Gemini is done with that weariness, we're moving on quickly. and they wouldn't even see it coming, right? But the Queen of Wands and that Leo energy knows exactly how that feels. Like they need to be in that strength and that vitality in order for them to actually feel safe and feel strong and feel protected and beautiful. And so I feel like that's a match. So there's a mismatch with you and I would say Capricorn. Or there is a huge match with you and a Leo or a Virgo, I would say. Yeah. Let's continue on with the Seven of Swords. What is that about? Whoa, flying out. So it's about thinking that you had it all, but then realizing that you didn't. And I'm getting drawn to another, It's from the Corinthians, from the Bible. Love isn't loud, love isn't boastful, love isn't jealous. I feel like this is, the boastfulness that just got the best of it, or you thought that you were gonna have it all emotionally, and then you realized that you just didn't. So let's just take one more card. No, let's take one more card with the Seven of Swords, please. So with the Seven of Swords, again, we get twice the Ace of Swords and we get the Fool card. So while you're realizing this, it's such an epiphany to you that you're just moving again into strength, into clarity in your heart. And because you have so heavy air energy, it's really, really good to see this air energy in your heart space, and also this liberty, this freedom, just like the poppy that I was talking about. You feel liberated, you feel lighter, you feel stronger, you feel freer. And it's almost like there's two swords like watching your back. You are so protected, my love. You're so protected, and you're alchemized, I'm hearing. Alchemized and spiritualized. I don't know what that means. But first of all, emotionally, you got to, in April, wake up to the fact that you did not have everything that you perceived yourself to have. I'm hearing somebody was smug about it. I don't know what that means. It's smug and snarky. There's a lot of these words, smug and snarky. Or like, stop being smug about it. What is the Ace of Swords about? Please clarify the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is about legacy, is about family, is about stability. This is what you want, this is what you deserve. And it's like you're taking a new leap of faith towards that, knowing that this will come in eventually. But you don't want to rely on something that just isn't true. And it's like, due to your perception of seeing things truly and clearly, you are able to let go, or just at least move away from that kind of energy, which is usually here in this reading talks about the Five of Pentacles reading. So it could be talking about, lack of self-worth, or somebody in your related vicinity not feeling worthy enough, what have you, right? So we're getting into 39 minutes here, my love. So we're going to end it here, actually. We're going to do one more card with the StarCode Astro Oracle for my Geminis, and then we're going to say goodbye. We got two cards. We have Leo. I just told you you were connected to a Leo. Maybe you should watch the Leo's reading, actually. Go ahead and watch it. And actually, Leo's reading was talking about emotional freedom. So yeah, I feel like you two are the two peas in a pod. Like you two are the two that needs to go hand in hand this April at least. And then we have Ascendant, which talks about entrance, which is 35. It comes down to 8. It talks about infinity, empowerment, and strength and vitality. Some of you might be having Leo as an ascendant, or you could be dealing with somebody that has Leo as an ascendant, or they could have Capricorn as their ascendant. But whatever it is, the ascendant talks about the ego. It talks about the identity. And there is energy here that needs to be strengthened within your identity. And perhaps because you've had Mars in your sign going back and forth for a while now. So finally you're free of that. And now, you need to strengthen that identity by letting go of whatever, residue, I would say, and alchemize the rest for the better. Yeah? Okay, my loves, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for your likes, subscribes, and comments. Please feel free to connect with me if you do want a personal reading, and watch all of the other readings that resonates with you. Go ahead. It's a smörgåsbord. Eller smörgåsbord, as we say in Swedish. Okay, I'll see you in May. Bye.